What up, everyone? Welcome into your most budget-friendly podcast of all time, the Full Coverage Football Show. My name is Jeremy. That's my boy Drew. Brother, how you doing tonight?
Good, man. It's good to see you. Football's back. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. No, it feels like, really football should be eight to 9 months. I don't know what we're doing here.
I feel like it's year-round now, though.
Yeah, but not the games.
No, I mean, not the games, but there's always something going on for football. I mean, even the schedule release is huge for the NFL. It gets bigger numbers than baseball games. I think the schedule release gets higher numbers than NBA Finals games. And the NBA just got a $20 billion contract. So that tells you.
I don't understand the NBA money. I just don't get it. I'll never get it. But yeah, you're right.
You mean it's not normal for like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to make $72 million for 82
games? I just saw PJ Washington just got like $90 million. He averages 13 points a game.
This isn't our NBA from when we were kids at all.
No, dude.
I mean,
I sound like a boomer, but no.
It's true. It's bizarre. But let's get into football. Speaking of money, Micah got paid. Micah got traded. What'd you think about the Micah trade and the contract he got? And now I know you love the Packers. You're a big Packers guy.
Huge.
But what do you think the Packers do this year?
So one, everybody's kind of been demanding a trade, whether it starts with your boy who acted like he really wanted out, but he just wanted more money.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. I feel like the NFL players are kind of like becoming more like NBA players with these trade, these trade demands. But Jerry Jones, I wasn't shocked. Jerry Jones doesn't play that shit. If you want to, ask out of Dallas, you'll ask out of Dallas. It's not shocking to me. It's got to suck to be a Dallas fan though. Within the calendar year, the Luka deal, the Parsons deal. How much does it make Green Bay better? I don't know. I mean, you let one of the best defensive tackles in the league go too, which I think is kind of being overlooked in the whole grand scheme of things. Micah Parsons is super incredible, and kind of Micah Parsons what the NFL has become as far as like a linebacker end in just absolute speed. The linebackers in today's age, and I know he's playing a lot of end, but like you don't see any like big bruising linebackers. Everything's built off speed and getting in space and being able to tackle. For me, it's definitely an upgrade for the Packers. He's one of the better players in the league. How much of an upgrade is it? I'm not sure. I think the Packers are a solid team. But I don't think that this move necessarily makes them that much better. But I think that's what's being portrayed, kind of outside in the sports media world. But I'm not 100% certain on that. I mean, definitely an upgrade, but how much of an upgrade in the win-loss column?
Yeah, their projected win total, or their win total, if you're betting on it, went from 9.5 to 10.5 in a lot of spots. Is he worth a full game? You mentioned that losing Kenny Clark is a big deal. That guy stuffs the run better than almost anyone in the NFL. So for him not to be there in a division where you've got two teams that run that Ben Johnson style two-back offense, they're going to be running the football, and the Vikings, who have no problem running the football with Aaron Jones and now Jordan Mason, are they going to be able to beat the Packers by running the football no problem? Or is Micah Parsons going to be good enough in the run to really fully matter for that one game that they're
$47 million, dude?
And a massive amount.
Like, that's significant. And that kind of puts holes in other spots, and you give up 2 first-round picks. I mean, like I said, it's tough. Micah Parsons is probably as good as it gets. You can argue top 3 as far as pass rusher goes in this league. A lot to give up as far as trade goes. I kind of related to the Khalil Mack deal, which has some similarities with that, but you're giving up a fantastic defensive tackle, and on top of that, you're giving up 2 first-round picks, and then you turn around and you're paying him $47 million. This move kind of signals to me that the Packers think that they're ready to win and win right now.
Yeah, I like the move for the Packers in that way. Is if you're going for it, go for it. I mean, you got Jordan Love. He's supposed to be good. If he stays healthy, he's been pretty solid. You got the young wide receivers. Why not go for it? Because, yeah, they did give up Kenny Clark, like him, hell of a player. They did give up 2 first-round picks, and they're probably going to be bottom of the first round picks. But
The thing you said, the young wide receivers, like, are any of them above, like, are any of them legit play? It feels like a mishmash of just a bunch of mediocre dudes, and then you bring in Golden, and it's like, okay, who knows?
I'm not big on Golden. Maybe I'm wrong on him. I think he'll be okay. But I like Jaden Reed. I think Jaden Reed's their best one right now, and he's maybe a top 25 receiver. Christian Watson's a hell of a deep play threat when he's healthy, but he's never healthy. Correct. And he doesn't always catch the ball going downfield.
And Micah Parsons hasn't been healthy that much either.
No. And now he's got that. Yeah. He's got the issue with his vertebrae where he's got to take an epidural before the game. However, looking at this from the Cowboys side, Cowboys just paid Deron Bland. They've already paid our boy Trayvon Diggs. You look at those two guys, can they cover long enough with no pass rush where they're going to be worth that money? That's where I worry about it for the Cowboys. They were already not great up front with their pass rush.
Is there a corner in this league that can stand up to mediocre pass rush? No. I feel like that's the thing. I think corners get paid off of pass rush. Like, if you have people that are constantly bringing pressure, it gives you way more opportunities. But, like, the guys in the secondary, those are the ones that hurt the most off of a deal like this. But again, for Dallas, it does help them be more stout in the run game, which Jerry says that's something they wanted. But I think that divisionally, you look at, to your point, the teams in this league, and they like to run the football outside Chicago, but Chicago is kind of a wild card in general. So I'm not saying that, to my point, like earlier, I'm not sure how much of like an upgrade it is overall to the record. When you bring that into, consideration, but anytime you can, land a top 5 player in the league, it's something pretty good deal.
100%. Now let's get on to Chicago. I mean, we brought him up. Ben Johnson's there. We'll talk about him leaving your team in a little bit, but Ben Johnson, if he's this great offensive guru that everyone believes he is, and the way he looked with Detroit. Now in Detroit, he had the players, he had the quarterback who could move the ball around. Is Caleb Williams going to take that step forward this year? Is Caleb just overall? What do you think?
Sure. I'm just not sure, man. Honestly, I think there's a ton of question marks around Caleb Williams. I think Ben Johnson's a great coach. We've seen it a bunch of times. I'm not saying as a Lions like, I don't think he's going to have success, but we've seen a lot of coordinators go into these positions and kind of struggle a little bit. It also sounds like Caleb Williams is in the offense kind of struggled to pick up what Ben Johnson's tried to implement here, in camp. They're just a massive wild card to me. I'm the running game. You draft a guy. The running game doesn't, to me, seem overly important when you're scouting for this team. And so you bring it down to a young quarterback and receivers and kind of what Ben Johnson can do. But there's way too many question marks for that team. I have a hard time thinking that they're going to be as good as everybody wants them to be, except me.
I mean, you look at all the weapons. Colson Loveland, top 10 pick. Cole Kmet, they just signed him to a pretty big deal last year. Rome Odunze, top 10 pick. Luther Burden, top 100 pick. DJ Moore, hell of a football player, one of the top receivers, maybe top 20 receivers in the league. All those weapons. They brought in Joe Thuney for the offensive line. They've added depth on the offensive line. If Caleb Williams doesn't do anything this year with Ben Johnson as his head coach, I mean, how much do we put into him going into next year even? Or is it just bust and then you start moving on from him if you're the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, it's concerning, right? Like, I think they're already kind of in this spot where, and again, this is tough for young players, is there's constant movement in the coaching staff. There's reports that Caleb Williams was watching film on his own. He didn't even know what he was supposed to be watching for. Like it sounds like a Mickey Mouse operation. But yeah, if he has another bad year and you bring Ben Johnson in, who is perceived as one of the best offensive minds in football, and I think Ben Johnson, one of the greatest things he does is he gets guys open, and it helps get quarterbacks in a rhythm. So I think that's definitely going to be beneficial. But yeah, if Caleb Williams doesn't have a good year this year, it is a Bears fan, you start to kind of sit back and say, shit, are we back to the drawing board? I mean, the fact that the organization's never had a 4,000-yard passer is atrocious, especially in
It's
today's
insane.
NFL. So, yeah, they got guys out there. They got again. I hate the, I don't want to say I hate the running back room, but I'm very discouraged about the running back room because I've seen what DeAndre Swift is. He's
Mhm.
cool for like 20 minutes and he's injured. But there's weapons outside. There's certainly weapons at tight end. So, and you think as a young quarterback, and I know Caleb Williams is not necessarily a young quarterback, but having two legitimate tight ends kind of as that safety blanket leads me to believe that, hopefully with that and Ben Johnson being able to get him guys open and get into rhythm, there's some upside there, but it's certainly something to watch.
100%. Speaking of second year quarterbacks now, or is it third year now for Caleb? It's third year
Third year.
for him
Yeah.
and CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, sophomore slump last year. They've built up that defense. They've added Jaden Higgins. Jalen Noel, I believe they also added. They've got all kinds of weapons around him. But what's the running game there? Is this something? Is Joe Mixon coming back? He's going to be Joe Mixon, who was good for like 8 games last year. Are we seeing the ghost of Nick Chubb? Is it Damian Pierce, who was good like 5 years ago? What do you expect from CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans this year?
So I think that they've revamped that offensive line, which is certainly a
Mm-hmm.
concern last year. You have Nico Collins go down early with injury. I do think they have enough at running back. I honestly do. I think Nick Chubb is going to have a fine season. I think a change of scenery for him is going to be fantastic. And, Mixon's going to be out for a little while when we start this thing. So I think with Pierce and with Chubb, they have enough there. They have weapons on the outside. I think this is a bounce back year for CJ Stroud. Again, last year, the receivers were depleted. The offensive line was depleted. And he just wasn't nearly the same person that we saw the year before. So I expect him to be better. And I expect him to be in that top 10 to 8 quarterback in the league conversation.
I'm with you. I think CJ has a great bounce back year, but I think it's because he's not going to have to win the game. He's just going to have to go out there and basically manage it. That defense is stacked. I think this is going to be one of the top defensive football teams in the league.
They've been
And
aggressive
I'd
defensively.
expect a lot of unders, by the way, if we're betting on this team. A lot of unders going forward. But Dario Gumbawale's on that team still, like running back. I think they got a whole bunch of decent, solid running backs. But they got Nico. They're good. They got tall wide receivers. CJ will be fine.
Yeah.
Your Detroit Lions. Ben Johnson's gone. Aaron Glenn's gone. Is this year we find out how good Dan Campbell really is? Or what do you think happens?
I think we already kind of know how good Dan Campbell already is. I mean, the team won 15 games last year. They're not going to win 15 games this year. Spoiler alert. The schedule is way more difficult. But I think what Dan's done is he's kind of built this thing into a well-oiled machine. And I know everybody says, "Oh, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, they're both gone." I think this team and the way that he's kind of set it up, it was kind of set up for the next guy. You throw Calvin Shepard, who was already in the building, defensive coordinator John Morton, who was in the building the year before that. Like these guys know what they're doing, and honestly, the entire offensive game plan for the Lions is over a bunch of people, right? This is not just, hey, Ben Johnson does this. Like there's a lot of people in that room. Listen, I think that the Lions have upgraded, of course, and really the upgrade without even drafting a player was defensively with the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I expect the Lions to have a great year, but I don't expect them to win 15 games. But people that are concerned over the the offensive and defensive coordinator, I think that's probably a little bit too much. I think they're going to be just fine.
I think people are overlooking the fact that Dan Campbell's everything you want in a head coach. Everyone says that the head coach needs to be the CEO. That's exactly what he's done. He doesn't need to be a part of everything. He's got his hand in it, but he doesn't need to overmanage. He lets his guys do work. He brought up guys who were already in the building, and they're going to be fine. Now,
Dan Campbell called plays, by the way. There was
yeah,
a time Dan Campbell called play. Like the guy isn't just completely ignorant to how offenses work. Like everybody says, "Oh my God, Ben Johnson's gone. The world's falling." Like
yeah.
Ben Johnson's not the only dude that's ever called a trick play. So let's relax a little bit.
I think Dan's fine. Aiden Hutchinson, shoe in for comeback player of the year.
Probably defensive player of the year as well.
Okay. I wonder what that. Can you put those together? I have to look at that. There's a bet I could definitely.
I mean,
go for.
do you remember in the Dallas game, do you remember the kind of momentum he was on as far as how he was playing?
He had
I mean,
like
he was
6 sacks in 4 games.
he was dominant.
Yeah.
And he was dominating the Dallas game before he broke his leg, which is a freak injury. Like other people are like, oh, he's coming off injury. It's like I'm way more confident in a guy coming off a broken leg than a guy that blew out his knee or his ankle. Like the broken leg's a freak injury. He's back. And plus, I think that guy's really good, dude.
It was early enough in the season that he was healed. He could have played in the Super Bowl had they made it. Yeah. And the Super Bowl was 7 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had 7 months of rehab, and that guy works his ass off. Absolutely fine.
He's ready to go.
But I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, me too. I mean, to me, again, I think there's a lot of noise around the Lions right now. And if you watch the talking heads on TV, they say the Lions window's closed and this and that. And I've been around enough bad Lions football to be able to agree with things like that's just certainly not the case in this situation.
They win in the NFC North.
Yes. And the fact that they're not favorites now after the Micah Parsons trade is disgusting. It's reprehensible, and people should lose their jobs at DraftKings and FanDuel for it.
Who's the best team in the NFC?
Philadelphia.
Got to stay Philadelphia.
I mean, it's hard not to, right? Like yeah. They're the team. I'm really honestly the if you ask me, my most intriguing thing going into the season is Washington, because I know Jaden Daniels is awesome, and I get that, but like I don't know how good Washington is, and I certainly on paper, like I know they beat us last year. It was depleted defense, but like to me, you have to give it to Philadelphia. But there's teams right there that have just as much say, and Washington's the one that I'm interested to see, just based off of how we ended last year and coming into this year.
Also, when you look at Washington, they won a bunch of games on like final plays or fluke plays. They had the Hail Mary. They barely beat a bunch of other teams. Like they were as close to being a playoff team as they were to being the third best team in that division.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a lot of things go their way. That doesn't happen every year.
No, and the Lions were depleted. Like in the play, the Lions were depleted. Like the Lions are always going to struggle with a mobile quarterback, but like we had nobody playing last year at the end of the season, and it's tough. And Jaden Daniels is really good, but it's like you saw what CJ Stroud did. I'll be interested to see if Jaden Daniels plays to the same caliber throughout the entire season.
I mean, they've added Deebo Samuel, Ja'Cory Moss, whatever the fuck his name is. I can't think of his name.
I think Deebo Samuel could be a great gadget for them. I really do.
And Scary Terry got paid.
Deservedly so.
Yeah. Most underrated receiver in the league.
I don't disagree.
I mean, they should be okay. But I think when we're looking at the NFC East, we talked about the Cowboys already. We're talking about Washington. We said Philadelphia is probably the best team in the NFC, which I wholeheartedly agree with. And I think they should win tomorrow, no problem. However, the team I think a lot of people are overlooking in that division is the New York Football Giants. That pass rush that they can put together, pretty scary. Now, can they cover in the back end? We'll see. But if you're getting to the quarterback, like we said earlier with the Cowboys or in other cornerbacks, if you're getting to the quarterback, your corners look better immediately. And is Russ going to be able to do enough to get the ball to guys like Darius Slayton, Malik Neighbors, Theo Johnson? Is he going to be able to do something? And then the running back room, I mean, you got some weapons there.
I love the running back room in New York.
I mean,
I just think it's a how many points can the offense score? Like that's kind of what it comes down to my opinion. And can Russell? I think Russell Wilson again is serviceable. Like Russell Wilson can go out there and be a veteran and move the offense, but it's like how can they score points enough to win games? Because to your point, that defense is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm. And how long until, if they have any issues, how long until New York fans start clamoring for Jackson Dart, who looked really good in preseason, but we've seen guys look excellent in preseason and be absolute trash.
Kyle Allen was awesome in preseason. You want to start Kyle Allen?
I mean,
we're working out
Dorian
CJ
Thompson-Robinson.
Beathard. We're working out CJ Beathard and Nathan Peterman today.
I saw Peterman was one of the options.
Gruden loves Peterman, dude.
No one loves Nate Peterson more than John Gruden. John Gruden getting back in football, is this going to happen now that
Oh,
this
for
NFL
sure.
thing's behind him?
For sure. He's definitely the guy's dialed for football. I mean, I don't know if you watch any Barstool but the guy's on. The guy loves football, dude. And I love John Gruden.
He had a preview show, and I was going to watch it. It was on YouTube, and like my kid's flipping through YouTube on the TV. I'm like, oh, stop on that. Let me check out the Gruden thing. Can't be that long. 2 hours and 32 minutes of Gruden just talking football.
He's feeling
like,
nicey, dude.
He's feeling nicey all the time. That's something I will eventually watch, but not sitting there with the kids for 2.5 hours. I ain't going to feel it that much. But I love me some John Gruden.
It's with love. Love to watch Gruden.
Like, listen, we're going to watch Uncle Johnny for a little bit here. You got to love this guy. He's crazy. He's a little hyped up. Yeah, if John Gruden gets back into coaching, you think he could coach in college?
Yeah.
And be successful?
Way better than Bill Belichick.
I mean, let's talk about Bill. You know what that game reminded me of, unfortunately, and the same guy was calling plays? 2019, the Cleveland Browns opened the season against the Tennessee Titans.
Or Freddie Kitchens?
Freddie Kitchens was the head coach.
Yeah.
The opening drive. The opening drive of that game, Cleveland drives the ball down the field, touchdown. Baker's pumped up. First Energy Stadium at the time. Absolutely jacked.
Huntington Bank Field, sir.
Yes, Huntington Bank Field now. First Energy back then. This town is freaking out. We are 3 minutes into the football season, and then the Titans and Mike Vrabel, led by Derrick Henry, go on a 41-0 run, just like what happened there in UNC with Freddie Kitchens calling plays. Freddie Kitchens' first 15 looked great in that game.
Do you remember the coolers? Do you remember the when the Browns won the game that they would open like fridges of beer?
Yeah. I still want one of those. So if anyone's got one and you randomly come across
people
this thing,
were like standing down the street to get one of those the following day.
We hadn't won in like 2 years. And we were like 1-31. And then like 4 games in.
Sick, dude, that was fucking.
It took Tyrod Taylor getting his lung punctured, basically.
Dude who got stabbed in the lung in Los Angeles.
And Baker comes in and leads them to a victory. It was insane. He caught a touchdown in that game against the Jets. Wild times. Feels like a whole lifetime ago.
Those coolers. You know what the sad part is like those coolers were like the bottom of the times, but like I feel like you guys aren't far from coolers again, dude.
Yeah, I have no idea what we are anymore. We got a plan, but
you got your plans to sell coolers and just lock the beers in there again. It certainly feels like
this team could win anywhere between 2 and 10 games. And I wouldn't be surprised.
That's aggressive.
Listen, if Joe Flacco comes out and he plays well like he did at the end of 23, this is a 10-win football team.
Isn't that a lot to say out loud? It is. You though.
But it's possible because he fits so well in this offense.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Flacco. Yeah. He hasn't been good anywhere in Denver, in New York, and
so here's my question then. Indy. Why can't you guys find the same quarterback that's 20 years younger that would fit into this offense? Like right? Like you know what quarterback works. What do you mean you have? You guys are literally.
Maybe Dylan Gabriel at 5'3" is that guy. Maybe Shedeur Sanders. I mean, if you look on the internet,
believe what you say out loud. You don't even. You're saying things that you have no belief in.
If you look on the internet, Shedeur Sanders is the greatest football player of all time, and the Browns are just holding him back.
See, but that's the thing, though. The Browns are conspiring against Shedeur, so like they're not letting him play like with any of the good players. They're making him throw to like screen routes to children and stuff. So like if he had the reps with the first team, he would be that guy.
Yeah. The Rams brought 48 players who didn't even get a ride home to that game. The Rams were like, we're cutting you all. We're going to give you coach tickets on Spirit Airlines. We're not even going to pay for your baggage. That's who they brought. Like no one who's even on that roster showed up for that game.
And on Spirit Airlines, none of your carry-ons would ever fit in the overhead.
Exactly.
And so they would be like, sir, that's going to be $150, sir. Yeah, I don't know how we got here. But
and yet,
yeah.
Okay, so you're not a Browns fan. You live in Cleveland. You are part of the NFL world. You see it. What are your thoughts on Shadur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns? Are they holding him back, or is Shadur just not ready yet?
Well, I consume more Cleveland sports talk for a guy that actually, for the most part, hates Cleveland sports. like you know what I mean, with the Pistons and the Tigers. The Browns I love because we're talking AFC NFC. But with that being said, the worst thing was Shadur to come out and play against JV players and look good.
Mm-hmm.
And then he randomly like strains his thigh or calf, whatever it was, right before that second preseason game. And if my timeline or is wrong, you please let me know.
You're on.
And so he didn't get to play in that second game. So everybody just felt, oh my God, that first game, did you see him? Also, I'm talking to a fan base and a friend that has had the worst fucking quarterbacks of every year for the existence of life.
Mm-hmm.
And
We've
you
had
could
3
tell
good seasons.
Bernie Kosar, they were doing acid at the games back then.
He hasn't played since 1993. Or 92.
How old are your kids? What year were they born?
2009 and 2011.
Yeah.
And they saw 2 good years.
Dude,
or 1.5. We've had 3 good seasons from quarterbacks. Derek Anderson in 07 and 1.5 years of Baker Mayfield. That's it.
The problem is
6 games of Joe Flacco.
Yeah. And Joe Flacco was good.
Yeah. Great until the playoffs.
The thing is like when you look at the Browns, it's like they're just Shadur Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Dylan Gabriel was drafted before him put him in a position where he wasn't going to get those reps. And I don't know why everybody, just because he was like the main guy in media or talking about Shadur Sanders, Deion Sun, like they propped him up to what his actual skills are. And then they draft Dylan Gabriel. And then it seems like the actual organization wants them to draft Shadur Sanders, which is because everybody's like, what if you draft two quarterbacks and a running back is beating people up? So like, to me, it's like he was not going to have those opportunities. So he's certainly not being hamstrung. And imagine Shadur Sanders playing against the Ravens defense right now in a real game. And then fans want to say, oh, this is cool. He threw in a preseason game against bums. Like that.
Carolina.
And the worst team of the league's bums.
Yeah.
A
bottom 10 team. Probably.
Yes, exactly. So what are we doing here?
My thing is, when you watch Shadur Sanders, arm strength is there, ball placement's there, accuracy is there, but none of that matters if you don't play on schedule or within the confines of an offense. You know who he looked like out there in that preseason game? He looked like 4 out there running around, unsure of where to go, and throwing the ball late. And that's why he sucked. You know why they like Dylan Gabriel more? His little ass goes out there, sings his Oompa Loompa song, but throws the ball on schedule, on target, and gets it to the guys where they're supposed to be.
Outside of the pocket, because you can't see over the line.
Yeah, no one can see over the line other than the Giants. Like Joe Flacco, who looks unbelievably massive compared to Dylan Gabriel when they stand next to each other. But that's the problem with Shadur coming out. Like, when you look at what Shadur can put together when he plays within the structure, phenomenal player. But he doesn't play enough in structure to be successful right now in the NFL. And I guarantee if anyone sees this right now, if we post this and anyone sees it, there's going to be a bunch of assholes coming after us because they're going to think we're racist for not liking Shadur. I saw so many psychos call people that for just saying he might not be good at this game right now. So that's just the way it is. Moving on. Ohio State and Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a football game.
It definitely was a football game. Arch Manning, the worst quarterback in the
ever, yeah,
NCAA probably. Ever, probably.
Let me ask you a question. Bigger, and I know we're going to get to this, and I know it's going to ruin what you had going on, but I'm going to do it anyway. Worst performance, Arch Manning or North Carolina?
North Carolina.
Okay.
I mean, Arch Manning, the hype was there, but it was there with North Carolina as well, and they just completely laid an egg. Arch had moments
for Arch, dude. Like everybody thought Arch was like Peyton.
Yeah. And Arch's biggest issue was, well, there were two. One, Matt Patricia schemed in a hell of a game. And have to give credit, neither one of us really liked the guy. But he called a hell of a game. Called NFL-type defense. Arch wasn't ready for it. And he out-schemed Steve Sarkisian, who's supposed to be the greatest fucking offensive mind in all of the land, basically, when it comes to college football. And guess what? He wasn't. But his quarterback also wasn't setting his feet because he wasn't comfortable.
Dude.
I mean, there were times where if he just set his feet.
The back foot throws.
Yeah.
Like on
the dropping sidearm and missing Ryan Wingo, who probably would have took that one to the house.
And most of them were no pressure. Like he was just like I don't know what he was doing. He was just never setting his feet. And if he was on the run. And to your point, he was throwing from different arm angles. But there was so many in the pocket where he would just be falling backwards and just skip the ball to the receiver. And we're like, thought this guy was supposed to be, Tom Brady, but not in college.
He was so overhyped. He played 3 games last year, none of them on the road, none of them against a great team. And the Buckeyes, they lost a ton of talent, but they're the Ohio State Buckeyes. They might be the only bulletproof team in all of college football. Because you look at all the
Alabama and all
Bama's had bad years before Saban, and now after they're 5-5 in their last 10. Michigan, tons of bad years. I mean, Texas. How many times have we joked on this show? Is Texas back? And now they're number 1, and we couldn't even get to that show to say, is Texas back? Because no, they're not. They're still not back. But guess
what? We didn't get our shot. We didn't get to say it.
I mean, this was the chance, and we missed
They're not back. They're not
Tennessee,
back.
No. You look around, USC hasn't been okay. I mean, they've been trash. Yeah, they ran up the score on, the blind school of California or wherever the fuck they played last week.
Yeah, the QB was reading Braille. He just didn't know if it was an out route or not. He was just...
They went Luke Fickell 6-6, and then Urban Meyer comes in and we go 12-0 instantly. They went like 11-1 and 12-0, and they couldn't go to a post game or anything, or a postseason anything. Buckeyes are unbelievable as far as how that team rolls. People overlook that.
I'm sorry. I was saying to my buddy the other day, it's insane to me. Like the Buckeyes had 14 people drafted, and I'm not just saying this is just the Buckeyes. I'm just saying like all these top teams in general. The fact that you can lose that many people and reload and continue to win, lose 1 to 2 games a year, and you're talking about kids because you're bringing an 18-year-old. Like the fact that you can do that consistently is insane to me. And I know like money, but like recruiting's crazy.
Yeah. 100%. And they still have the best football player on defense and the best football player on offense in the entire country in Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs. I mean, Caleb Downs is likely a top 8 pick at this point.
Jeremiah Smith had some drop issues Saturday, but we'll forgive him.
He changed his gloves. He was better after that.
He did change his gloves.
People are like, oh, it's not the gloves. Yeah, well, it's a mindset thing. Maybe you don't like those gloves. You change them, you're fine. Didn't drop a ball after that. But hey, that's not going to happen, especially this week when they face Grambling, which should be a tight one. The real tight one at the shoe, I am sure of. But
yeah, you guys get down there, enjoy that Grambling game.
I was
Use
actually
promo code Full Coverage Football Show for 0% off.
We are a low budget show. We mentioned that at the beginning. You actually have to pay us if you use that code. Yeah. It works. They cost a little more, but it helps us out. We got kids.
That's right, we do.
It helps our kids. I got to go on college visits coming up here, and one of them's at Ohio State. That,
but I got to go on, I don't know, school.
Kids are expensive either way.
Yep.
Either way. Okay, we talked about the NFC. Best team in the AFC.
The Bills.
That's who I'm with.
Dude, I need Josh Allen to get it done.
Is Josh Allen completely likable right now? Or are we eventually going to hate this guy? Because every time I see a clip of Josh Allen, it's something that makes me laugh.
So
he seems pretty likable.
So not only is he like the most likable guy ever, like I've watched, and you're not into this, but like I've watched like Bob Does Sports where he goes out and plays with, it's like him, Sam Darnold, and Kyle Allen, and they just get fucking drunk as shit and play golf. And like Josh Allen's the funniest, coolest dude ever. I want to hang out with Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I saw the clips of him golfing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not used to coming out of the bush." And he's like, "I think we all come out of a bush at some point."
Yeah.
The funniest random shit out of nowhere, or dropping the Room 40's nuts on fucking what show? I can't think of the show it was on. But like every time he's on something, he drops something stupidly hilarious. He seems like a likable dude. We all want to hang out with him.
And I just enjoy watching him play football.
Yeah. Is he the best quarterback? No. Is he the best football player at quarterback? Possibly. Because he does a little bit of everything, and he's just out there to do whatever it takes to win the football game.
He's a hard ass, dude. I love watching.
They open against the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football.
The Bills do?
I believe so.
It almost feels like the Ravens, the Bills, and the Chiefs have been like the heavyweights have been fighting it out. You know what I mean? Like for like the last 4 years, I almost feel like like those have been the teams.
Who's this a bigger year to win for? Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson in the playoffs?
Probably Lamar Jackson, honestly. But right? Doesn't have to be Lamar Jackson.
I feel like it is. Those two guys were drafted in the same draft class.
I know. And so was Baker Mayfield.
Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen. 4 of them still in the league.
Josh Rosen. Yeah. Hey, you could have had you could have had Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen on the Browns. How you feel about that?
Hugh Jackson would have ruined. Only one guy could have withstood the Hugh Jackson era, and that was.
Do you think he would have? Do you worry, like when you go to sleep? Do you think about that, like Josh Allen?
Every now and then, just not that much. I mean, just I got a big body pillow that I hug, and I just imagine it's Josh Allen sometimes.
Who could have been Josh? All right, sorry.
This is what happens when you're a Browns fan. I just cry myself to sleep. But hey, we got a shot at Garrett Nussmeier next year.
Dude, I like Garrett Nussmeier.
So do I.
Dude.
He's such a pocket quarterback. I think what he did against Clemson was phenomenal in the fact that he's not running. He's got like the most negative yards ever for a season, other than I think Danny Cannell has.
Which Danny Cannell?
I think Danny Cannell ran for negative 200 yards, and Nussmeier was negative 190 last year.
All right, and I might sound stupid. Danny Cannell played for Florida State, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. That's my ball. Hey, I got ball knowledge, folks.
Danny Cannell was hyped this week. He was supposed to be covering the game for CBS, and he was cheering on his Seminoles as they put a whooping on Alabama and the Crimson Tide there with Thomas Castellanos, who backed up all his shit he talked in the offseason. That was a hell of a game.
I was driving to Drug Mart the other day, and Danny Cannell came on the show with the afternoon guys for 92.3. I feel like Danny Cannell has worked for every company there's ever been in sports media, dude.
He's with CBS now, and if you ever watch the Cover 3 podcast with him, Chip Patterson, Bud Elliott, excellent college football podcast. And Danny, don't just fade him any bet he makes. At one point last year, this dude was 8-42. He was terrible. It was his running yards. But yeah, Nuss, some damn good play. Cade Klubnik, who a lot of people want to say was a top 10 pick, still looks like shit.
Can I ask you a question? And I don't mean to cut you off.
You just did. You can ask too.
Well, I always cut you off, and I'm sorry that
no.
I just these things come to my head. Drew Aller. What's your take on him?
Ask me November 2nd. Because he can play well against a lot of teams. He has looked terrible against Ohio State. November 1st, they play Ohio State. If he can finally slay that dragon and look good against Ohio State, even though I feel like his offense coordinator for a lot of times are just hitting coach suggestion in Madden with some of the plays. But Drew Aller at 6'5", this kid, I saw him play in Medina. He's a local boy here. He's a smart football player. He comes from a football family. He seems to be a good kid, human. I mean, 6'5", rocket arm, 240. I mean, we're talking athletic, maybe not Josh Allen type athletic, but if he can put everything together, he's the best quarterback coming out in this draft. If he can. But I want to see him against Ohio State on November 1st, and we'll go from there. What are your thoughts on him from just watching him?
I was having an argument with my buddies yesterday. They said he's a third-round pick. I said it's the most preposterous thing I've ever heard. He's going in the first round without any doubt, unless like he just dies out there this year.
Yeah.
Listen, he's played at a high level at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
There's certainly concerns there, but like I think Penn State could win a national championship, and I know it's crazy because they got James Franklin, who never wins anything. But like that team's probably due. I think that team's probably due because they've been really damn solid for a few years now, and I just think they're going to continue to get better.
They might be the best all-around team in the country.
Yeah.
Especially I mean, yeah, they never seem to have any wideouts. I mean, they thought Julian Fleming would be the guy, and he was like the 8th guy at Ohio State. But they always seem to find a tight end who can make plays. And they've got 2 running backs who, if they use them, unlike what Notre Dame did against Miami, fuck Notre Dame, they can win a national championship. But it's really going to come down to what they do. I think they play at Ohio State November 1st. If Drew Aller can come into Ohio State, who didn't recruit him hard enough, and he probably wanted to go there, I mean, that determines their season. And James Franklin, he's got to win something eventually, right? I mean, this has been
a blind squirrel finds a nut. Like,
yeah,
eventually.
I mean, he's got to. Like, you've got a pass rush. You got a kid who pretty damn good. Denny, I can't think of his name. Dennis Danny something. Either way, that kid's pretty good. Probably a second, third round pick. Either he's a day 2 pick at the latest, but he's unbelievable in college. They've got players all around who can make plays. They've got the quarterback. They've got the running backs. The offensive line is stocked. If Penn State's going to do it, this has to be the year.
I agree.
And also, when you look,
I just don't think he can be the biggest choke artist, head coach forever. Like he has to win at some point. It's just odds. It's just odds.
I mean, it was the knock on Ryan Day that he couldn't win a national championship. Now it's that he can't beat Michigan. But either way, that was only 5 years for Ryan Day. James Franklin's been around a long ass time.
Yeah.
I mean, long ass time.
Stuff.
Drew Aller's a first round pick all day, every day. Arm strength, size, smarts, character, they all check the boxes. I mean, is he going to be worth that first round pick? It'll be determined based on what he does, but based on just the attributes, yeah, he's a first round pick. I mean, I thought Will Howard should have gone higher, so who the fuck? I don't know.
Yeah. I think Pittsburgh got a good one there.
Yeah, I think he can be their apparent. Speaking of Pittsburgh, a lot of talk about Aaron Rodgers looking like trash. And they're thinking he's looking his age. Are we expecting Aaron Rodgers to be any good this year?
Mediocre, I guess is what I would say.
I don't. Pittsburgh's all in this year, don't you?
All in for what, dude?
I mean, I think trading for Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf, getting older, giving TJ Watt, who only rushes from one side still, and that's why I don't think he's.
God, you love flaming him for that.
I will always do that because he talks so much shit about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's better than he is, flat out. Aiden Hutchinson's better than he is. Micah Parsons better than he is.
Well, no, you can cut it Micah Parsons.
I mean, I don't know. He's a top 5 pass rusher, playing from one side or not. He's a hell of a football player. But
I get what you're saying, but like Aaron Rodgers led offense, you think's going all in for a Super Bowl? I will promise you, they may be. Mm-hmm. But I will promise you that team is never winning a Super Bowl. So
I think this could be the year they don't go 500.
Listen, I need some DK Metcalf action, for some fantasy teams or whatever. But like, Aaron Rodgers isn't leading. And I'm a Aaron Rodgers guy. I know most people hate Aaron Rodgers, but he's not he's just winning the Super Bowl.
And they open against the Jets. It's him and Justin Fields against each other, basically switching jerseys.
It's a bum fight.
What do you expect from Justin Fields this year? Like, he got 1 year, $20 million, or 2 years, $40 million. I don't know. He's making $20 million. And I love Justin Fields at Ohio State, but we've talked about it on this show a million times that he can't throw in the NFL because he wants to throw to open guys rather than windows. Is he going to finally be good? Is he just going to force feed Garrett Wilson the football?
mean,
which
no,
is fine with me.
it's not going to be good.
Is Brees Hall going to be good this year? Is this finally the year Brees Hall does
I,
what he's
dude,
supposed to?
I don't know. In fantasy drafts, nobody loved Brees Hall. Remember Brees Hall last year was like
Number one pick.
back. Yeah, he was like right off the board right away. Here's the deal. Justin Fields, like we've seen enough Justin Fields to say, hey, Justin Fields may just be pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they're very good.
No.
And he's not good.
Who has a better year this year, Caleb or Justin Fields?
Caleb.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and I didn't want to. I really didn't want to say Caleb, but the second
Me either. I mean, I just think that they have more weapons. I think their offense is going to be schematically ran way better than it was with the last regime.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to have easier throws, and I think he's gonna play better. I just don't think he's great.
I'm with you.
Or will ever be great. I think he's just going to kind of be like,
49ers better this year.
Are they better
than what they were?
Yeah.
Even though they've lost a lot of guys.
Yeah, I think they are just because they're healthier. I mean, they had a lot of injuries last year as well, but are they winning that division?
Is it Arizona? Seattle?
It's the Rams.
Is it the Rams? I mean, what do we expect from the Rams?
I don't know. It's what is Matt Stafford's health? Because the Rams are still absolutely stacked and ready to win if Matt Stafford's healthy.
We putting $10 on this Saquon that we can go. I just realized I hadn't done that, and I just clicked on DraftKings, see the games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to go all the way, full 10. Right. Good enough for me. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from that division. Arizona could be good. I just don't trust Kyler Murray still.
No, dude. I can't.
Seattle is Sam Darnold going to be the guy he was last year? Is he going to be a mix between the guy last year and the guy we've seen for 10 years?
Well, Jackson Smith and Jigba has got to be awesome because they traded away Metcalf. So you know what I mean?
Like, gone. Everyone's gone.
Like, I think like Sam Darnold can chew up some yards, and I don't think Sam Darnold's awful. I think he's become a serviceable quarterback. I think he's a starting quarterback, honestly, in the league. But I don't think that team's going to be that great.
Ken Walker getting back to the form from 2 years ago?
Probably not. No. I think Charbonnet right there. I think they're going to be more split than we think heading into the season, but we'll see. And I hate that, by the way, and you know that.
Yeah. That's why I stayed away from him in a few drafts. So I feel you. I have no idea what to expect from him. There's so much. I think this year more than any other, especially with your fantasy leagues and picking, no idea what to expect from so many guys. It's like after the first round, you're like, yeah, I'm going to throw a flyer at this guy.
Travis Hunter's the one, dude.
What do we expect from him?
I don't know.
He get 800 yards receiving?
No.
That's where I'm at. But I don't know what to expect from Trevor Lawrence.
Fuck, dude.
Also, Liam Cohen, I can't figure out if he's like an offensive genius or a fucking weirdo.
You've had fucking 6 years to figure out what to expect from Trevor Lawrence.
He had like a good year and a half. He had the Baker incident in Cleveland. Maybe he needs a change of scenery.
I don't know.
Come to Cleveland, Trevor. We always like random quarterbacks.
Yeah, like I don't know. That seems aggressive. I don't know.
Who's your Super Bowl pick?
The Super Bowl pick?
Yeah, who you got?
Bills, Lions.
I got Bills. NFC. I'm leaning Eagles just because if they stay healthy.
I will say the team that I like that is Tampa. I think Tampa could potentially. I mean, they're just loaded offensively. I mean, offensively, that team on paper, like Godwin's going to be coming back.
Yeah,
you got Ibuka.
Ibuka's going to be the best receiver out of this draft in the first year, I think.
You got Mike Evans. You got Bucky Irving. You got Rashad White. Like that offense is just like prime, just to do damage. And I think Tampa's a great underdog, and I think they're probably going to win that division.
I think we'll see a lot. Sorry to interrupt you. I think we'll see a lot of what they can be and what that division is in game one where they face Atlanta. Is Atlanta going to take that step forward and be what Tampa was last year and make a move? Or what do we expect from Atlanta?
Think so. A lot of people think so.
What do you
think?
I'm
not there yet.
I don't care about other people. I care about what you think.
I'm not there, but I get why they think these things. I get it because like I think Drake London is like that dude.
Okay.
I think he's a fantastic wide receiver. You got Bijan. Like it's hard for me to buy all the way in with Michael Penix at this point because I haven't seen enough. But yeah, I'm probably gonna fade them as far as winning the division. But I think they could be a fun team.
I think they can be a fun team. I don't know what to expect. Like Bijan at moments looks like the best running back in the league, and then other times like, is he missing? What happened to him? Where'd he go? They got Kyle Pitts, who had 1,000-yard receiving season as a rookie and might have 1,000 yards combined since, but they've got weapons. Darnell Mooney was good for them. Ray McLeod shows up every now and
He's
then.
Kyle Pitts Senior now, sir.
Oh yeah, you're right. I guess he got old.
That's what happens, dude.
Life happens fast.
Come to you fast.
Let's pick some games.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
You want to pick a college game first?
Yeah.
Let's go with the Cyhawk. Iowa State.
Iowa.
Okay. I'm taking Iowa State.
There's not a lot of great games on the slate college-wise this weekend.
It's a lot of blowouts. I think Illinois Duke is one of the top games, and you got Oklahoma. Let's go Oklahoma and Michigan.
Oklahoma.
I'm going Oklahoma too. A lot of people saying Michigan take Michigan plus 5.5. Bryce Underwood. They played New Mexico last year.
Where's the game at? Is it
at
in
Oklahoma, I believe.
Oh, it's at Oklahoma?
Yeah, let me verify that.
Oh, yeah. If it's at Oklahoma, yeah, they're cooked. If it's at Oklahoma, I mean, Bryce Underwood.
I'm on DraftKings here. It takes a while. We're Saturday, 7:00. It is at Oklahoma.
Yeah, they're cooked as shit.
Michigan now a 4.5-point underdog. It was 5.5 earlier today. But yeah, I like what John Mateer did last week. They're smart. They brought in his offensive coordinator as well. I mean, you look at what the teams that have brought in a quarterback and the offense coordinator was with them the year before. Look at what Utah did last week. Utah's like, hey, we finally got a quarterback, not the ghost of Cam Rising, and they played pretty damn well against UCLA. Let's get into the NFL. Dallas, 8.5-point dog for the opening game at Philadelphia tomorrow night. Who you got?
So good. Give me Dallas plus the 8.5, but I think Philadelphia wins the game. Dallas, don't sleep on Dak and what he does against the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Dak can play.
I think George Pickens playing across from CeeDee Lamb can actually be kind of a player. Jake Ferguson, who last year was up and down injured, but he played better with Dak. I think he can also do some stuff. His over under on yardage was 32.5, which I wish I would have got that earlier. It's now like 34 or 35.5. Either way, I like that too. I'm going with you. I like Dallas plus 8.5. Kansas City at LA. This one is in Brazil. Kansas City, a 3-point favorite.
Wait, how many? This is a Brazil game?
Yeah, it's in Brazil on Friday night, I believe.
And who is it?
On YouTube. Kansas City against the Chargers. We got Jim Harbaugh and Andy Reid.
Probably.
Pat Mahomes and Justin Herbert.
Give me the Chiefs. I thought I thought there was 2 games. And you said it. I'm like, damn, there's 2 games out there.
No, this is a Friday night. We got Thursday, Friday, then we got college football Saturday, then a full slate Sunday.
Why do we deserve this greatness?
It's the best. Even though we won't hear 7 hours of commercial-free football ever again.
Don't get me started about that.
Cincinnati at Cleveland. Browns, 5.5-point dogs to Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, who notoriously start slow and notoriously play terrible against Cleveland Browns. Who you got in this game?
Yeah, I got Cincinnati. They got reps with the team in the preseason. I think it's valuable. Give me Cincinnati.
I will also take Cincinnati. I also like the total on this one. I will go under 48.5. New York Giants at Washington Commanders. Giants 6-point dogs at Washington at the ugliest stadium in all of the NFL.
Give me Washington. Give me Washington, but I think the Giants could do something, but I'll take Washington.
I will take the Giants in the points.
Yeah.
Steelers at Jets. Jets, 3-point dogs. The Under on this one, 38.5, the total. That's ugly.
So this is Rodgers going back to.
We're going to see him run out on the field 4 plays in. If he tears his ACL or Achilles again, that would be awful.
Why the shit? I feel like you were almost rooting for that to happen with why you just randomly brought that up.
To the Steelers, yeah. To Aaron Rodgers, no, I don't want that to happen.
I'll take the Steelers. That was just because you said that was you were like, if this were to happen.
I was just thinking it's crazy. There's all the hype for him again. He's running out on the field. It's back at MetLife. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he might be cooked. I really do.
I'll take the Steelers and the points. Yeah. This game, we just talked about this game, but it's closer than I thought even in the spread here. Tampa Bay travels to Atlanta to the Mercedes-Benz Dome. They are 1.5-point favorites. Basically, I mean, I'm taking Tampa in this one. Even I'm taking the points too.
Me too. I don't understand that.
As we're talking about this, I am placing a bet on that one. All right. Anyway, Arizona traveling to New Orleans, who might be the worst team in the NFL, led by Spencer Rattler. They got 38-year-old Tyler Shough as their backup. Alvin Kamara expected to get a massive workload, but will it mean anything? Could it be 30 carries for 42 yards? Yes. We shall see. Olave's healthy. They've got weapons. Rashid Shaheed. But is Rattler going to be able to spread the ball around? Who do you like in this game?
What's the spread?
6.5. Arizona's favored.
This is one of those that feels like a trap.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Saints in the points.
I will go with you there. Just because it's a home opener. It's in New Orleans.
Yeah. They have weapons. I just think Spencer Rattler's not very good, but like.
Yeah. Hey, our boy, first round mock, former Jet scout, Daniel Kelly, massive Spencer Rattler fan, by the way. Massive.
Makes
like,
sense.
He likes Spencer Rattler more than Spencer Rattler's parents do. Carolina traveling to Jacksonville to face Liam Cohen's team. Liam Cohen's Jacksonville Jaguars, led by Trevor Lawrence, and one of 3 running backs who may start for this team, but we all took them at some point in a draft. They're 3.5-point favorites.
Can I say something?
Yeah, that's what you do here.
I haven't looked at the schedule for the NFL this weekend at all. And so, like, you bringing these things up to me, I'm like giddy. So we got a bum off. We got a bum off.
Yeah.
We got the Jags and the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. What's the spread on that one?
3.5 points.
Jags. Yeah, give me the Panthers.
I have no idea what to expect from this game. Full game.
What are the Panthers going to be? Is Bryce Young like Bryce Young kind of was like, hey, I could be good maybe at the end of the year, and it was like, well, you've been dog shit for a year and a half, so like,
yeah.
what Bryce Young do we get?
I have no idea. And
I don't either.
Chuba Hubbard got really good, and then he got hurt. Like, do they have a running game?
Chuba Hubbard's badass, dude.
Xavier Legette gonna like his over under for. Or his totals for receiving is like 36.5. Like that feels low too. Like there's some, I don't know if anyone knows what to expect out of this game. This also feels like a game where maybe I don't bet the total for the full game, but I'll take Jacksonville -1.5 in the first half.
It feels like an under. What's the over under at?
The total is, let me get back to that. I'm in the half.
Sorry.
Back. No, you're good. The total is 46.5. I feel like this is a 23-20 game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but the 46.5 is probably the right number to cap it at. I got to stay away from it.
So if I'm thinking 23-20, if I'm putting a bet in, I'm going first half, -1.5 Jags. If I'm going game total, give me Carolina +3.5. That could be either one of the most fun games of the week or just fucking terrible football.
Yeah, it's true.
Another one that could live up to this bill, Miami +1.5 dogs at Indianapolis and the Danny Dimes-led Indianapolis Colts.
McDaniel out here soon? Like, do you think McDaniel's fired soon?
Dude, he was fun for like 26 games, and since then it's been like, this guy's a fucking weirdo coach, and like he's just said the most bizarre shit that doesn't make sense. Tyreek Hill not a captain for the first time. Do they even want him there? Darren Waller. Tua talked about Darren Waller today about how he thinks he can make special plays. This guy was retired a year ago, and then Tua says this guy can make special plays, but I don't know how much the coaches are going to put him in.
Yeah, this team's no. Yeah, I will not be betting the Miami Dolphins. Give me the Indiana. You said it's the Colts are playing against?
Colts -1.5.
Yeah, give me the Colts. Give me Danny Dimes. Give me Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, baby. Shane Steichen, by the way.
How bad is Anthony Richardson? Is he like literally like getting cold for Christmas?
If Anthony Richardson was a top 5 pick, Drew is a first round pick based on the skills alone. That's the argument I go back to. No, Anthony Richardson is maybe the most talented athlete at the quarterback position we have, and there's a lot of great athletes at the quarterback position. He can sling a ball 480 yards. He can Uncle Rico the shit out of it, but he ain't got no accuracy. We don't know where that ball is going to go. He can't read a defense, and he's still tapped out of a game, which as a quarterback, man, you can't do that. That just throws me off. I don't know, man. Maybe this helps him. Maybe he takes this and he actually learns. I mean, Danny Dimes isn't that good. You got to figure AR is going to get in there, and then by game 8, 9, when they're like 3 and 5. I don't know. What do you think of Anthony Richardson? Like, what do you expect out of this kid anymore?
Well, I thought the camp reports were like, "Oh, he's gotten way better. He's gotten way better." But if you lose to Danny Dimes, he's cooked. Guy's career's over. Yeah. I mean, he might be able to go somewhere and play slap ass and be on the practice squad or something.
So, if the Lions brought him in for, let's say, a 6th-round pick, you on board with that?
No.
Okay. That's all I needed to hear.
6th-round pick? Maybe. But we got C.J. Beathard and Nathan Peterman in today.
What happened with Hendon Hooker was supposed to be the next coming of, like, great quarterbacks and just couldn't put it together at all.
Yeah. Just not good.
No.
Not good.
Las Vegas Raiders +3 at the New England Patriots, led by Drake May and Mike Vrabel.
Give me the Patriots.
Patriots playoff team?
I think so. A borderline playoff team, but I mean it's too Drake May's too young to move on, but I think he has potential.
Stephon Diggs going to be a legitimate 1 for them, or what do we expect out of him?
I don't know. Whatever you expect under what you expect. Will be my advice.
This continues I have no fucking clue what to expect, and we're being honest with you about it, part of this program, because that's the entire NFL this year. There's a few guys we kind of think we know what's going to happen, but the rest of it, flip a coin. Like I said, the Browns can win anywhere between 2 and 10. Highly possible. A lot of teams could fall in that category. I will also take the Patriots, and I do think they're a fringe playoff team. Tennessee Titans, 8.5-point dogs against the Denver Broncos, who have become an absolute media darling so far.
Giving Tennessee
+8.5, led by Cam Ward, who, listen, I didn't think Cam Ward was going to be number 1 pick last year. Still mixed feelings about the guy, but when you see every other player on that offense who was either drafted or brought in get cut, and he's the only dude in the league from that offense, says a lot about how good he was last year. I'll take the Broncos in this one. I think they win by 10, but it's Bo Nix, man. That guy. We've had a weird relationship with Bo Nix on this show. San Francisco 49ers.
My relationship with Bo Nix is so complicated.
San Francisco 49ers, 2.5-point favorites, traveling to the Sam Darnold-led Seattle Seahawks. This is the first time I feel like since I was a wee little lad that I don't think Seahawks defense is that good. Like I've always thought of the Seahawks have a great defense, great running game. I don't think their defense is that good this year. So I'm taking the Niners.
I'm with you on taking San Fran. And I agree with everything you said.
Detroit Lions, 2.5-point dogs at Green Bay and their new toy, Micah Parsons. Total on this one, 47.5.
Total seems low, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know it's homer. I'll take the Lions, and I guess you don't need to give me the points. I always feel like a team that's really well coached comes out in the first week and really takes care of business, and I think the Lions are just that team. So give me the money line. I'll take the Lions. But I do think the Packers are a team to be reckoned with. But dude, I can't trust Jordan Love. He dissects teams, and then all of a sudden he just throws 3 picks, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
Listen, for fantasy football reasons, I want this total to be well over. I could use touchdowns from about 9 players in this game. I think people are underrating your lines. I'm not just saying that because you're my boy. It's because I think people are looking at this as Dan Campbell is a moron, a big dummy, and can't handle things without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. But who was Ben Johnson before Dan Campbell brought him in? We didn't know him. Basically, was overlooked dude. I think Dan Campbell will be just fine. I think the Lions know how to win at this point. I think that team's offensive line and the return of Aiden Hutchinson will bring this on. I got the Lions winning straight up as well. Houston Texans at LA Rams. Total on this one, 43.5. And I do like the under on this because I don't know what to expect from the Rams. Rams are 3-point favorites at SoFi.
Give me Houston. I think Houston with the revamped offensive line. I think CJ Stroud, this is where he comes back, and I think he's able to move the ball.
I see that. I think they can move the ball. I think they don't score more than 20 points. So I think this is defense. Both teams' defense, young and talented, like a lot of the guys. 17-13 kind of game. I'll take that, but I will take Houston to win the game because I don't know what Matt Stafford is right now, even though I expect Staff to be phenomenal because he always just comes out of the coffin, plays a hell of a game, and then falls back in. Baltimore Ravens at Buffalo Bills. This is the Sunday night game. Bills 1.5-point dogs at home in the final season at Highmark Field here. What is that? What it's called? Either way, final season at this stadium. Total on this one, 50.5. What are you going with?
Yeah, give me the Bills. Yep. I'm saying the Bills with the team this year for me. The Bills at home, the electricity that stadium's going to have. Yeah, give me the Bills all day.
Return of Gabe Davis, apparently. So that's big. He caught 4 touchdowns in a playoff game once.
He did.
He did. For me, this game, I feel like it's more important. I don't know. It's like the Ravens are the better regular season team, but they can't pull it off in the postseason. So winning this game for either team, not massive, but it could eventually come back to haunt them when it comes to home field advantage. But I will take the Ravens in this one just because I feel like they're a better regular season team when it comes to this. But who knows? I think this is going to be a phenomenal game.
I agree.
Also, I need another drink of whiskey here. My throat is scratchy. Anyway, the Monday night game, Minnesota, led by J.J. McCarthy, finally. They are 1.5-point favorites, traveling to Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears. Total on this one, 43.5.
Give me the Bears. I think JJ McCarthy, the whole hype train is we gotta pump the brakes. Let me see him in a regular season game. And so yeah, I'll take the Bears.
Did you see the projections, ESPN fantasy projections for him?
Yeah, they're insane.
Yeah, it was like 340 points when they had Jared Goff at like 310. Like,
yeah,
Goff is going to be better than JJ McCarthy this year.
Fantasy ratings, by the way.
And he's going to be phenomenal because I have him on 4 teams, I feel like. But yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. I don't know. I feel like when it comes down to it, Kevin O'Connell should be able to coach his team to a victory in this one. But hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully JJ McCarthy looks okay and Caleb looks okay, so it's watchable football. Yeah. Either way, it's back. Football is back. We got a weekend full starting tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then I believe we might have some midweek action coming up too, which you can't go wrong with.
Action.
But yeah. Anything else you want to chat about before I go eat dinner?
No, I'm about to do the same thing, man. It was a good show. Good to be back. What's that?
What are you eating?
I have leftover quesadillas.
Nice. I got some nacho mac and cheese I'm about to devour that's been sitting in my fridge for 2 days.
That's better.
Fantastic. All right. We are out of here. Brother, you have a great rest of your night. It was good to be back. Let me see if I can
Yes,
figure
sir.
out how to close this out because I put it in full screen mode. Hey, there we go. All right. We'll see you next week. Deuces.